Inez, thank you. Well, the global hair care market is a multi-billion-dollar industry that promises safe and healthy results.
All right, recent studies, though, claim that hair straightening products and tools can actually cause liver and lung damage, and in some cases, even cancer. We have with us this morning our hair loss specialist, Dr. Michael Wolfeld. You know, hi, Doc. Nice to have you back on Good Day New York.
Thanks for having me.
So these are new reports, but are these more concerning than what we've heard in the past?
Well, there's been concerning reports from the past with the keratin treatments and what we all know about formaldehyde, that those can potentially cause cancer. But now there are new reports that some common products that you use for topical treatments or hair straightening, those can have other ingredients as well that may be concerning or damaging to your body.
So what exactly is the chemical we should be concerned about? Because even if we're not getting like a keratin treatment or something like that,
right,
we're flat ironing our hair, we're putting a little serum on it to make sure that it doesn't break the hair. Is that a problem as well?
Well, it can be. So a recent study out of Purdue University showed that there is another compound called siloxane, which is a silicone derivative. It's in a lot of the products that we use, and that can be damaging to your liver, to your lungs, could cause infertility. But what's been shown is that when you apply it, there is emissions of this chemical that can be damaging, but heat is really bad. And when you apply heat to your hair with these products on your hair, there's a 3- to 4-fold increase in emissions, and that can really be damaging.
I think what's so concerning is the fact that these products are even available for us to buy. I mean, formaldehyde, right? The FDA trying to ban that, but you know, Doc, that's been in perms Black women have been using for decades. Now linked to uterine cancer, fibroids. I mean, who's protecting us from these products?
That's right. So in an article from the New York Times from a few months ago, it did discuss formaldehyde and other chemical hair straightening treatments, and that's true. Formaldehyde can be dangerous. They're talking about potentially trying to ban formaldehyde in keratin treatments especially, but that's something that is really concerning, and it's been shown that it can potentially increase uterine, breast cancer, other cancers, especially in African American women.
So what do you recommend, right? Ro and I, we used to use keratin. At this point, I'm not using anything. Just flat ironing my hair and using some products. Are there safe products that you can recommend, perhaps that maybe you don't endorse? Well, I don't know if you do or not, but just products that you can recommend for us.
Well, you know, there's not specific products. I would recommend to try, if you're going to have a keratin treatment, to try to do a formaldehyde-free treatment, although those may not be completely safe either, but especially something that may be formaldehyde-free, although that you have to be, you have to ask who's doing it and what's exactly in it.
Or ingredients to stay away from, perhaps that.
But yeah, so what's been shown in this most recent article that we've seen is this ingredient siloxane that potentially can be damaging. Now, to be clear, they didn't have any studies specifically in humans seeing this internal potential liver or damage or lung damage. This was an animal study, so don't want to get ahead of ourselves just yet. But if you're not sure if your product has this ingredient, it's always best to call or write and reach out to the manufacturer.
So, Doc, I know you're a hair loss specialist, and my mother always says, you do so much to your hair, the keratin, the color, you're going to lose your hair.
Still looks good. It's good.
But this time of year, do women shed more than normally?
Yeah, so we do see seasonal shedding in men and women, and it depends on what you do to your hair. So trauma or damage to your hair can trigger some more shedding. So hot treatments or heat, especially in the winter when the air is dry, heat can be more damaging. Flat irons, hot blow dryers, hot showers, it draws the moisture, so we see more breakage and potentially more shedding as well.
So give us some tips to maintain healthy hair and straight.
Or for the kinky curls, too.
So to keep your hair straight, it's best to try to refrain as much as you can from chemicals. So if you're going to use a blow dryer, lukewarm, not too hot, or hair straightener, short stints of it, not over. Don't do it, you know, too long a period of time. Turn down the temperature in your shower so it's not too hot. Maybe wear a hat when you're outside in the winter to protect your hair from the dry, cold weather. Don't go out with a wet head. All these treatments can be potentially damaging. So really cut down on heat. Keep your hair moist, especially during the winter. Deep conditioning treatments can help. So these things can really help to keep your hair healthy and vibrant all year long, but especially in the wintertime.
One quick question for the sister girls. What about the ladies who wear extensions?
Yeah.
Is it good? Is it bad? Should it only be worn for a certain period of time?
That's a great question. So extensions are generally not good because they pull tension on their hair. So there is something called traction alopecia, where any tension, whether it's braids, weaves, but especially extensions, a long period of time of pulling that traction can eventually lead to hair loss. So I try to say refrain from extensions if you can, but if you have to use them, short periods of time, ones that can go in and out pretty easily.
The clip-ons.
The clip-ons,
Okay.
and that you can take off at the end of the day and give your hair a breather and give it a rest.
Like a wig. Just put it on the nightstand.
Doc, where can people find you if they need you?
So my Instagram is at Dr. Wolfeld, drwolfeld.com or wolfeldhair.com.
Congratulations. Thank you so much for being on
Yes.
Good Day New York. I think that was some good information.
Totally. I have so many more questions. I wish we could talk longer.
Oh, what are we going to do? What are we going to do?
I don't know. Wear a hat on air. But it
Thanks,
can't be
Doctor.
tight.
Loose hat.
Loose hat.
Loose.